This is one-on-one session with the ForumIAS founder and director 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐬𝐜𝐫𝐢𝐻𝑛𝐐. In this session, students are asked questions to test their preparedness for the personality test. One-on-one sessions are not mock panel sessions.
Sir, may I come in?
Yes, please come.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Have a seat.
Thank you, sir.
Nishant?
Yes, sir.
Nishant, when is the date of your interview?
Sir, it's on 14th March.
14th of March. Nishant, you are from Delhi
Yes, sir.
and you have done chemical engineering from
Yes.
BITS Pilani. And you also done MSc in chemistry from
Yes, sir.
BITS Pilani. Right? And you like to do strength training and reading non-fiction.
Yes, sir.
What are some last non-fiction books you have read?
Sir, I've read the book Man's Search for Meaning by Dr. Viktor Frankl. I have read the book Behave by Dr. Robert Sapolsky. It's about behavioral neurology. I have also read the little book on Stoicism by Jonas Salzberger. These are the last 3 books that I've read.
What is Stoicism? I've heard the term for the very first time. Tell me, what is Stoicism?
So, Stoicism is an ancient Greek and Roman philosophy which says that a person should look inwards for meaning and purpose and happiness in life. The Stoic philosophy promises eudaimonia, which is the Greek term for inner happiness, harmony, and balance, and it says that all the happiness lies inside, and humans have a little bit of time difference between the external stimulus and our action and a reaction to it, and that is the place that our agency works.
All right. Man's Search for Meaning. What does this book say?
Sir, the book is written by a Holocaust survivor. So the author has seen the worst kind of material deprivation there is to see. So the book says that a man is motivated by action, by a search for meaning in life, that we seek to find meaning in our suffering, and that is how we can sustain against the chaos and malevolence that is present in the world.
You're a chemical engineer. Tell me what chemical is used for cloud seeding.
So there are several chemicals used. These are usually salts, silver iodide, even table salt is used. Sometimes dry ice is also used. These are the chemicals I can think of.
Dry ice is also used for cloud seeding?
Yes, sir.
If a chemical burn victim comes to you, how will you deal with him, Nishant? And assume that there is no doctor nearby.
Sir, the first step would be to remove any clothing which can store particles of acid. Another would be, the next step would be to wash with copious amounts of water. One thing to keep in mind is that a base should not be used to neutralize the acid because it is an exothermic reaction which causes further burns. Another would be to remove any metallic compounds, any metallic articles a person has, such as jewelry. So these are the steps I would take.
What is some risk with washing somebody with water in a chemical burn case?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware of that.
Nishant, do you think we should bring in uniform civil code?
Yes, sir, I do believe that. A society functions properly when we have a minimum standard of common behavior for behavior. So a minimum civil code would prescribe a certain expectation of behavior in public sphere. So I believe, yes, it would help.
But some sections of the society think that it is against minority rights and their cultural rights. How will you convince them?
Sir, while it is true that our constitution guarantees minority rights, but they cannot be in contravention to other fundamental rights which are given in the constitution. So a uniform civil code would not interfere very much into the nitty-gritties of customs, but it would ensure that the fundamental rights of the constitution are properly applied to all parts of the nation.
All right. Delhi is sometimes called as the rape capital of the country. What is your opinion on this? Is it justified?
Sir, it is true that Delhi has higher than average.
Give me the data.
Sorry, sir, I don't recall the data. Right,
Okay, go ahead.
Delhi has higher than average rate of crime against women. It is not the highest, but it is quite high. It is justified in my opinion.
Sri Lanka, mein, what is happening? What is happening in Sri Lanka? They have gone through crisis. What sort of crisis is there?
Sir, it is largely an economic crisis because of several factors. Their economy is predominantly based on agriculture and tourism, and both of them suffered during the pandemic. In the agriculture field, they also prescribed a new form of organic agriculture where they banned import of chemical fertilizers and pesticides. It also this caused a great reduction in agricultural productivity. So these two factors combined caused wreaked a havoc on their economy.
Now that suddenly makes it feel as if organic farming is really bad. You know, chemical fertilizers, Sri Lanka banned. Oh, what is your views on organic farming? Like, is good? Shall we promote organic farming in our country, and to what extent can it be promoted?
So there are several challenges with traditional green revolution agriculture. One would be pollution of water and soil, as well as bioaccumulation of pesticides. Organic agriculture helps to remedy that, but the plus side of conventional agriculture is that it has fed the population of the world, which still continues to grow, and the productivity for organic farming remains quite low. So it
So you mean to say organic farming is not for everyone?
Yes, sir. It can be promoted, but to a limited degree. We have promoted it in Sikkim, and we are in the process of promoting it in the Ganges belt. There is a big market for it, especially as export material. So it can be promoted, but with caution.
What is our biggest challenge in talking to Pakistan, Nishant?
Sir, biggest challenge remains the cross-border terrorism, which emanates from the Pakistan.
That is what they do. What is the problem? Why don't we talk to them?
So that is the problem. We cannot continue to talk when the
That's
other
not the
side.
reason. We don't boycott them just because they're sending terrorists. That's one reason. There's another reason why we don't talk to them.
Sir, in my opinion, there is no one authority to which we can talk. There are
That is
multiple.
correct.
Yes, sir.
That's what I wanted to. So there is basically we don't know who to talk to.
Yes, sir.
What is a deep state?
Sir, deep state is the concept that there is an entrenched institution in governance which is not responsible to the public and is not amenable to change. It is perceived as being after their own interest and not necessarily work for the interest of the nation as a whole.
Nishant, tell me how Delhi's air pollution is linked to the Green Revolution.
Sir, green revolution has led to monocropping in areas surrounding Delhi. For example, in Punjab and Haryana, there is a lot of paddy production which would not be possible if not for the green revolution. Its stock is not easy to dispose of, so farmers indulge in stubble burning, which causes pollution in Delhi.
Okay. No, that's not the reason. Why do they burn the stubble?
Sir, the stubble has a high silica content, so it's not amenable to be used as fodder for cattle. It is not easily decomposable. Farmers have a limited time period in which they have to dispose of the stubble as well as plan for the next crop. So it remains the easiest solution to just burn the stubble.
All right, Nishant, what is your motivation for joining civil services?
Sir, civil services, in my opinion, is an avenue available to me, which simultaneously allows me to work for the nation, the community around me, as well as promises a good progressive career for me as well. It is also it also provides heavy responsibility at a very young age, which I believe is necessary for for personal growth.
What is the reason behind pollution in Yamuna?
Sir, as it enters Delhi, Yamuna is relatively clean. Most of the pollution emanates from Delhi itself. A lot of untreated sewage is disposed of into the Yamuna. The Nazafgarh drain, it directly dumps its contents into the Yamuna. There are a lot of industrial effluents which go into Yamuna as well.
There is often, whenever we see Yamuna picture, there is often a lot of froth. It
Yes.
looks like heaven, but it's chemicals.
Yes, sir.
What chemical particularly is responsible for that froth?
Sir, I'm not absolutely certain, but I believe these are nitrates and soapy detergents which go from wastewater into the waters of the Yamuna.
All right, Nishant, your interview is over.